What's up guys, Matt the Riff Master. Today we're going to be discussing dialing in a good guitar tone. So guys, as guitar players, we all are searching for that perfect guitar tone. Am I correct? And it is a search that is endless. You'll always be searching for that guitar tone because you're never just going to have one guitar tone. It's always going to change. You're always going to change your sound. It's just what happens. So you're never going to be searching, find it, and that's it. You'll constantly be searching for a new tone, something that's different, because I found after a while of hearing the same tone, it goes a bit dull and you kind of tweak around and brings it to life again. So today I'm going to be discussing with you something that to take into consideration when dialing in a guitar tone and what it takes to get a good guitar tone. So the best thing that you want to be doing when it comes to wanting to dial in a guitar tone is to, very simply, plug your guitar in and play. And just keep playing and just kneel down by the amp and just fiddle around with the settings for however long it will take. It could take an hour. It may take 2 hours. But however long it takes, you sit there, you just play and you just start fiddling around. Because, I mean, you can say, you could ask somebody for their settings. A lot of people ask me for my settings of my amp when I'm, from my videos and the tone that I get, which is pretty chunky, I will say so, but just knowing somebody else's settings isn't going to get you a good guitar tone necessarily. Okay, so the best thing for you to do when you want to dial in a good tone is to sit, play, fiddle with the amp until that magic moment happens where there'll be just one turn of a knob, okay? And then boom, it's there. And it's going to be there because it's something that sounds good to your ears. Okay, in the room with the amp, that's where you're going to really dial in a good tone, and a tone that's good for you, and a tone that you want is just by playing around, playing through the amp and fiddling about, and then you're going to hear it. I promise you, it may take a long time, but it will get there. You'll just be dialing in one little knob and it would be like, yeah, I found it. Now, this is something that I've always said and I've always believed in when it comes to getting a tone, from any amp. If you're going from one amp and you're trying out a different amp, the same settings ain't going to give you the same tone. It's all about trial and error, fiddling around, because that's what I do. When I plug in, for me personally, my settings pretty much do stay the same. I literally just plug my guitar in and I play. Even when I'm recording, I'll just plug in, it's mic'd up, and I'll record. But when I do come to dialing in a tone, if I want a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that, or I've got kind of a tone that I kind of want to achieve, I've got it in my head, I kind of know what I want, I'll sit there and I'll just play with the amp. And I will just turn things, all the way up or all the way down. And eventually, like I said, you will get it. It takes time, but you will get the tone that sounds good to you. And that's what's important. That's going to give you a good tone. And that is a good guitar tone, is a guitar tone that sounds good to your ears. If it sounds good to you and when you're jamming, that is all that matters. Screw everybody else. If it sounds good to you, then you're winning. Also, a good thing you can do, you can try out, I've done it before, is just set everything at 12 o'clock. Set everything 12 o'clock, facing up, and then go from there. Use that as a starting point. Everything's kind of neutral, and then just start giving it a little bit of this, a little bit more of that, or a bit more of that, and a little bit less of this. And, eventually you'll just be going and going, and then you'll get it, and you'll get there, and you'll hear that tone that will make you cream your pants. So, for those of you that are interested in my tone and my amp settings, I'll post a picture over on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, head over and follow me. The link's below. Go follow me, and I'll post a picture of my settings on there. So you can check it out. Maybe you can dial them into your amp, see what happens. But overall, in conclusion, the key the number one key tip to dialing in a good guitar tone is to just sit there and play and have a fiddle. Yes, that sounds rude, but it is exactly that. Just play through the damn thing and have a fiddle. Don't get too complicated. Don't overthink it. Just get stuck in and start turning things and going at it like a mad scientist and then riffing out. Hit a big fat chord, you know, just turn this little bit up here where you want it, boom. And you want a bit less, you just turn it down, boom. But that's the way it works. That's the best way to do it, is to just play and listen and you'll find it. And one more thing, as we all know, when it comes to a guitar tone, if you change venue, you know, for example, if I moved my amps into a different room, I'd have to redial in a tone because it would be different. The room would be different, so it would sound different. So I'd have to readjust. So always keep that in mind as well, okay? Just keep that in mind because it's very important. So guys, there you go for all of you out there that are interested and curious or looking to dial in a good guitar tone. You want to get a good guitar tone, but you don't know how. You're thinking, fuck. Give it a go. Just sit with the amp and play with it, okay? Sit with it and play with it. So let me know down below in the comments if this does help you. Okay, so after you watch this video, grab your amp, grab your guitar, plug in, and have a play, have a fiddle, and then come back to this video and comment and let me know if it works. It might work for you, it might not. You might know exactly what you're doing, or, you know, even if you've got any other, you know, cool tips for dialing in a good guitar tone, put it in the comments below. Let's help each other out, yeah? So guys, thanks for watching. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, go follow me on Instagram, the link's below, and the follow thing is here. You can follow me here, and you can go see all cool guitar pictures and fun guitar fuckery over on my Instagram, which is always fun. So cheers guys, as always, rock out, be awesome, dial in that tone to be a monstrous motherfucker, and I will see you very soon. See ya!